right, good night, everyone. Tonight is the 24th of May, and it is the final day of my trip. Besides tomorrow, getting up and getting in the plane. Tonight's gonna be a little bit different. I don't have my notepad. I already packed that. But I'll give you a recap of the day. So it started by getting up at 6:30, which was pretty all right. Got ready, went downstairs, got breakfast. Once again, I just had toast, some jelly, uh, two hard-boiled eggs, and that was actually it. And then a glass of orange juice. Their breakfast here sucks. After that, went back to my room, had a little bit of time to chill before we would enter Tiananmen Square and the Forbidden City. So it rained today, so I was wearing my raincoat. Tiananmen Square is the biggest, what do they call it? It's like the biggest park area in the world, or whatever the heck they called it. Gathering point and so on. And it's just a big wasted area. You gotta get your bags checked, do full pat down and whatever not to make sure you don't have anything. And it's kind of just like, okay, once again, our group guide was like, okay, just walk around, take pictures, whatever. So I thought that sucked. And it started getting hot and muggy, even though it was raining. So we stuck around there for like an hour. And there's not really that much to do. And then we went into the Forbidden City. I gotta say, the Forbidden City sucked. Way too many people for my taste. They said on average they get like 500,000 a month. Well, I think today they got like half of that alone. So I wasn't very happy with that. And the Chinese are rude. They just push, shove everything. So it's kind of like, God damn, your country has no manners. And of course, our guide, she's walking so fast that nobody can keep up with her. And then, okay, everybody here. Okay, we go to the next point. It's like, I can't enjoy anything. Uh, and then this is what absolutely topped everything. We saw an old guy walk to one of the temples, turn and pee on it, just like it's nothing. That just shows you what type of people live here. They're all pigs. So after we went continuing through the temple, we actually lost part of our group, two people, because our leader gave crappy directions on where to meet. So it wasn't their fault; it was actually her fault. Uh, and from there on, we just went through 4 hours total. It's just hot, muggy, and miserable. Lots and lots of people, and after a while, you just get tired of it. I gotta say that. So then we went ahead, got out of the Forbidden City, went to lunch. Lunch was actually good. Great sweet sour chicken they had this time. Once again, only chopsticks. That was downtown though. And then back to the hotel. I was so happy to be back in the hotel. And then you could either take the rickshaw, that's the word I was looking for yesterday, drive through the old town, and then visit a Chinese family, or you could do whatever you want. So I decided, considering how bad everything else sucked, that I would just stay. So I went, walked around the block, went to a shopping mall to try and get a cup of coffee, which proved to be quite an adventure because the floor where it said there was a cafe, third floor. Once I reached the third floor, there was baby clothing. So I'm like, okay. So I asked one of the people that kind of spoke English, and they're like, oh yeah, there used to be a cafe here. They haven't replaced the sign. I'm like, oh, that's lovely. Then they told me to go to the basement because there's a food court. And in the basement, there's all these noodle places. And I'm like, coffee. And they're like, no, noodle. I'm like, no, I want coffee. They're like, we don't sell coffee. So I ended up going to McDonald's to get a cup of coffee. Went back to the hotel, just relaxed, finished up the last bit of packing. Uh, Watched a movie, which Total Recall, which I thought was a great movie, by the way. Then HBO went down, so I had to go complain downstairs, and they reset my TV, and then it worked. I also bought stamps for my postcards, and it took an act of God to communicate to the lady across the counter what I wanted. So it took a good 5 minutes of me telling her I want stamps. Finally got them, sent it. So they should be arriving anywhere between 1 and 2 weeks from today. What else did I do? I just went back to my room, and then it was pretty much time to leave for dinner, which was Peking duck. And now I expected Peking duck to be completely different. In my opinion, it wasn't very good. It had no taste, considering how much marinade and stuff is actually put into it. However, they did have some like teriyaki chicken that was absolutely outstanding, which I loved. Uh, and then we just kind of waited at the restaurant. We were 2 hours there. Got back. I just got out of the shower. tonight's Champions League at 3 in the morning, so I'm probably gonna get up and watch that just to see how the game was because I have to be up at 6 anyways to leave for the airport, so I might as well just go ahead and watch it. Overall, China was a low point. And our guide's telling us to tip her, and I'm like, absolutely not. You're not getting squat from me. The Russian guy, Anatoly, he was great. He got a generous tip and a little bottle of vodka because he was that good. With her, she gets nothing. Her service and dedication was not towards us. It was to herself, getting done as fast as possible to get rid of us. So I said nope. Uh, Other than that, there's not much. Happy to be in Germany again tomorrow. My nose is killing me right now, so that's kind of why I'm squinting a little, is to try and keep in my sneezes and so on for the video. But this will be my last video, and overall, Russia, beautiful. Mongolia was okay, and then China just sucks. But I'd go back to Russia any day. That's all. Have a great one.